Hi, I'm Ben from 1 Mile at a Time, and today we're going to be talking about the best uses of Delta SkyMiles. Delta SkyMiles sometimes gets a bad rap for the value of their miles. Delta, unlike some other airlines, they don't publish an award chart. So the way it works is that the price you see is the price you get. They argue that it's similar to how a revenue ticket would work. If you're paying cash for a ticket, there's not a published chart. You pay whatever you see. But the good news is there are still some ways to maximize your SkyMiles. As a general rule of thumb, if you're redeeming miles for travel on Delta, especially in economy, you're going to get about 1 cent of value per point. That's not amazing, that's fine, but for the most part, that's not how I'd recommend redeeming Delta SkyMiles. There is still some great value to be had with SkyMiles, and this is especially true if you're redeeming for travel in first and business class on some of their partner airlines. Delta belongs to the SkyTeam Alliance, which is one of the big 3 alliances in the world, and they have some really good airline partners with some excellent business class products. Now, there are a few benefits to redeeming on Delta's partners. One of the benefits is that often these airlines have better onboard products, so it's a better flight all around. But the other reason is that often the award pricing is much better on partner airlines. This is because while Delta has variable pricing for their own flights, generally speaking, there's a pretty consistent theme as to how much they charge for travel on partner airlines, and especially for international first and business class, it's usually quite a bit lower. For example, if traveling to Asia, instead of flying Delta, you could redeem your miles on China Airlines. They are based in Taipei, and they have an excellent business class product. They have Wi-Fi, reverse herringbone seats, which are some of my favorites, pajamas, and excellent food. And they also actually are very good about making award space available. Often, they will have a lot more business class award seats than Delta has on their own flights. Similarly, if going to Asia, Korean Air has an excellent business class product. This is especially true on their 777s and their 747s. On those planes, they have Apex suites, which are some of my other favorite business class seats. If you're traveling to Europe, for example, Delta often has very high award prices. The good news is they have several SkyTeam partner airlines you can redeem on. So for example, you could redeem on Alitalia, Air France, KLM, Air Europa. These are all airlines that generally have pretty good business class product, and they also often have award availability. So that's a great option. If you don't want to redeem, for example, you'll see sometimes Delta tries to charge 325,000 miles, while their partners might only be charging 70 to 80,000 miles in business class, just as an example. To Africa, one of the excellent uses of Delta SkyMiles is that you can fly Kenya Airways. They have a new flight from New York to Nairobi, and it has a lot of award availability, like a lot. I redeemed SkyMiles for this route back when it started, and this is great if you want to connect even to South Africa or anywhere else in Southern and Eastern Africa. It's a great option. Tons of award space. Surprisingly, one of the other great uses of SkyMiles, and I on one hand hate recommending this, but it's a surprisingly good use, is that you can redeem SkyMiles for alcoholic drinks in their Sky Clubs. So if you have access to the Delta Sky Club, in addition to the free house drinks that they have, you can actually redeem SkyMiles for premium drinks. And it's actually a really good deal. So for example, you could redeem SkyMiles for Dom Perignon. Last I checked, they were charging, I believe, 12,500 SkyMiles for a bottle, or they charged $250 cash. So comparing those two, we're talking a value of 2 cents per SkyMile, but even compared to the retail price of Dom, that is a very good deal. Most people don't want to down a bottle of champagne before they get on a plane, but it is being aware that that menu at the Sky Club with opportunities to redeem miles for drinks can be a good value. I'll admit SkyMiles is not my favorite mileage currency, but I have several times found myself in a situation where I had American miles, Delta miles, United miles, and Delta miles ended up being the best option thanks to the availability they had on their partner airlines. This is true sometimes for travel on Air France and for travel on China Airlines. Both of those airlines often have a lot of award availability when other airlines don't. So for me, SkyMiles are an important part of my overall miles and points strategy. The Delta credit cards often have big welcome bonuses that can earn you a lot of bonus miles, so you can check this link here for more details on that. In summary, there are a lot of great uses of Delta SkyMiles, especially for travel on partner airlines. While I wish that they'd publish an award chart, and sometimes their redemption rates on Delta are quite high, there's a lot of value that you can get for travel on their partner airlines, especially for first and business class on international flights, and that's something I am always grateful for. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what other questions you have in the comments below, and please like and subscribe if you like this video.